And we're back here on SportsLine. Phone line still open, 737-7767 if you'd like to get in. Our last caller, Chris, brought up a good point about PK Subban and seeing him out, the video of him in Tootsie's yesterday and going through downtown, signing autographs and kind of looking up at the Batman building, AT&T Tower, and just sort of raising his arms as if to say, Nashville, this is it. This is home now. And it is for PK Subban. And that's really one of the cool things here is the Preds have obviously shown over the last few seasons. David Poile has reinvented this team with Peter Laviolette as head coach into how they're going to play. And he's sold out to do that. James Neal, Ryan Johansson in trades. And now, at the end of this season, you send your captain, Shea Weber, away. The guy who everyone around the National Hockey League most identifies your franchise with. Trade him to Montreal and probably get a better player back, at least better in terms of the fit for your team than what Weber was now. Weber is a defensive-first defenseman. He's a physical guy. He's got that great slap shot, but he's not much of an offensive creator. He's not a great skater. PK Subban is younger. He's a faster skater. He's a better creator offensively. He fits in with what the Preds are going to try and do. He fits with Roman Josi or Ryan Ellis or Matthias Ekholm. And now the Preds have a D-core of 4 guys who are all under the age of 27 who could be here and occupy the blue line playing the way Peter Laviolette wants to play for a long, long time to come. So that's something to be really excited about. But the other thing is just to see him come into Nashville and embrace the city the way he did. Chris, the caller, is right. That is something that you love to see from your athletes. Be one of us. Be part of the city. And so many people who live here in Middle Tennessee and live in Nashville, we love this place, you know? And people come here all the time to visit and to tour and have a fun weekend. And we embrace that fact because we love our city and we want to show it off. And to have these guys come in and embrace it the way PK Subban has embraced it in the last 30 hours since he's popped into town is pretty cool. And I think he wins over a bunch of fans from that. Not to take anything away from Shea Weber. He was a terrific player. He was a good spokesperson. He was a great captain for this team for quite some time. But you wouldn't see Shea Weber doing that. Shea Weber's not getting on the stage at Tootsie's at any point in time. It just isn't happening. That isn't his personality or in his DNA. And the other thing is when maybe one of the pinnacle moments of the Preds franchise in the direction they were heading was around July 4th, 2012. When the Flyers gave Weber that massive, massive offer sheet, $114 million over 14 years or whatever it was at the time. And the Preds matched it to say, hey, you're our guy, we're all in on going after the cup, and you're our captain, and this is what we're doing. We're bringing you back, Shea Weber. They do that and hand out the most expensive contract in the history of the National Hockey League to bring back Shea Weber. There was no press conference. There was nothing to be heard from Weber until training camp. That's just who he is. He much prefers to be on a lake in Kelowna with his family than hanging out in Nashville in the summer. He doesn't want to talk to the media ever if he could get away with it. Now, he did a very admirable job understanding the captain's role and what he needed to say when it came to hockey and being a leader and all that. I give him props for that. And none of this is to be a negative of Shea, but 4 years ago, there was no press conference for the largest signing in the history of the NHL when the Preds did it. PK Subban comes into town, and the guy standing on the stage at Tootsie's within an hour of getting off the plane at the airport. That's just the difference of where the Preds are, and it's a difference of how PK Subban can really be a face of this franchise. I'm not sure he's going to be the captain. I'm not sure he's going to take over that role necessarily, but he's going to be a darn good player. And he's going to be a part of a nucleus of this team with Roman Josi, with James Neal and Ryan Johansson and Philip Forsberg, that are young guys that you can build to the future with. He's going to be a big part of that. And oh, by the way, he dresses well, he's funny, he's engaging, he smiles when he talks, he seems to like the media, he's going to interact with fans well. He's going to be a very good fit, and I predict he's going to be a very quick fan favorite here in Nashville. PK Subban from Tootsie's singing Johnny Cash yesterday to the lobby of Bridgestone Arena today, introduced as the newest member of the Preds after that blockbuster trade for Shea Weber. GM David Poile setting him up, setting the stage, giving him a proper introduction, and then Subban taking questions from the media in attendance.
Welcome, everybody. PK Subban is a superstar, game-changing defenseman and one of the most electrifying players in the game. He's a terrific skater, known for his creativity, his playmaking, and his physical style. He is a charismatic personality who embraces his community through his generosity with his time and his resources. PK is 27 years of age, meaning our top four defense core that consists now of PK, Roman Josi, Ryan Ellis, and Matthias Ekholm are all 27 or younger. They all skate exceptionally well and will complement one another in Coach Lavlette's up-tempo, aggressive style that emphasizes speed, forechecking, and generating offensive chances. PK has won a Norris Trophy. He's been a two-time first All-Star in the National Hockey League. He's won a gold medal at the 2014 Olympics. He was on the 2011 All-Rookie team. He has won gold medals in 2008 and 2009 at the World's Junior Championships, one of which was 2009 with his new teammate Ryan Ellis. In the last 3 years, he has tallied 50 or more points. And equally important, he's always been heavily involved in charity work and has made a significant contribution to the Children's Hospital in Montreal. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the newest member of the Nashville Predators and present him with his number 76 jersey, PK Subban. You want to try that on?
Yeah, I'd love to.
That looks really good to me.
I like it.
A few words?
Yeah, First of all, David, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. The past few weeks have been eventful and mixed emotions, but there's no question that I'm head over heels excited about this opportunity to play here in Nashville. I'm excited about our team. I'm excited about the city. And I'm most importantly excited about the opportunity to win a Stanley Cup. That's what this is all about. Coming here is not a popularity contest. Coming here is about helping this team to win and win a championship. That's what I'm here to do, and I want to do my part, but that's my goal, is to win a cup. Perfect.
Based on what you know about this team, I mean, how close are you to the Stanley Cup? What kind of needs to happen to get a little farther in the playoffs?
Well, I think that every day we want to get closer to our goal. You know, for me right now, it's about, coming in, meeting all my teammates, getting used to being in this new city, getting accustomed to new systems and what my role is going to be on this team. And then we'll move forward. We'll take it one day at a time. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So there's a process to winning a Stanley Cup, and that's everybody's goal, you know. So I'm just saying what everybody else wants. But I know clear in my vision. I'm 27 years old. I played in the league for 6 years, and I've been to 2 Eastern Conference Finals. And I want to take that next step in my career and put myself in a position to win a Stanley Cup just like everybody else. But coming to Nashville, I feel we have a real opportunity to do that.
PK, what would you consider reasonable personal expectations for your first season in Nashville? Of course, it's the team concept, but for yourself getting acclimated and what you want to do to help, what would you consider reasonable expectations?
Yeah, well, the first thing I want to do, and I had a great conversation with David when I was traded, and then we had another great conversation today. I still want to have the opportunity to sit down with our coaching staff and, like I said, talk about what my role is going to be. I know that everybody in the media are going to talk about what they think my role is going to be or project. I'm not one to project. I want to listen first and get all the information. And then whatever role I'm in, I want to excel in that role. But obviously in the league, my job is to keep the puck out of our net and then help move it up to our forwards so they can put it in their net, right? It's pretty simple, and I want to do that the best way that I can. But obviously my job is not just to be a solid defenseman, it's to generate offense, bring leadership, and all those fine things.
PK, a lot's been made recently about mobile defense, dynamic defense. We saw with the Penguins winning a cup. A lot of the teams that went far in the playoffs had the ability to kind of push the puck up the ice quickly. With the top four that the Predators have now, including yourself, how do you think the game has evolved to that point? And if it has, how can you guys maybe excel at that under that new kind of style of play?
Yeah, for sure. I think the game is definitely trending in that direction, where mobile, puck-moving defensemen are, first of all, they're hard to find. You know, to have 4 of them on your decors, I mean, it's tough. You don't see that in very many teams in the National Hockey League. So it always seems that Nashville's been able to produce and have great defensemen, and I'm just happy to be a part of that decor. But like I said, I think that the way that this team is going to play, it's going to help us move the puck out of our zone, play solid defensively, and be competitive over a long period of time. And that's the goal, is to be able to be successful in the playoffs. And I think that the way this team has trended over the past few years, hopefully I can just come in and support that.
PK, what's the challenge of getting into a new locker room and assimilating with a new group of guys, especially when you're replacing the guy who was kind of the foundation of that locker room?
Yeah, well, I'm not looking to be Shea Weber because I can't be, and I'm sure he's saying the same thing going into Montreal. You know, we're different players, but we've had a tremendous amount of accomplishments and success in the league. I think coming into Nashville, I just want to look back at the first time I came into the National Hockey League and I had to get used to new teammates in Montreal and a new city. It's a similar feeling again, but now I have 6 years of experience of dealing with different players and coming into the league, and I definitely say that I'm more prepared now to understand how to come into a new situation and build every day, both your relationships on and off the ice, and just to progress and get better every day.